Okay, so I think we're live. All right, hey guys, for the for the people who are watching the actual like re-recording or a re-upload of this, it's like dead silence for 30 seconds is always exciting. I don't know if the audio is good or not. I haven't live streamed in forever. I'm doing stuff about Sailor Moon. Hey, what's up, guys? Now we got people in the chat. There's 4 people. I'm not completely forgotten. Hey, what's up, everyone? Notice we senpai. Some pizza pie. Hey, King Kakashi. How's all the beautiful people? I am actually pretty excited about Steven Universe. I just think it's really funny. They're like, hey guys, it's like, hey guys, we're doing a special event. And by special event, I mean we're just gonna release episodes regularly, like we're supposed to be. Thanks, you. Quick suck on tissues. Yeah. I'm not really drawing people right now. I'm working on a project. Order, please. What? But yeah, no. The new Steven Universe actually looks really, really solid. The cluster arc, I guess. Into Deep. What version of Flash am I using? I'm using the not so popular CS6. What, Sailor Moon? Is this your first time animating? What are you guys talking about? I've animated before. I literally do stuff for a channel once a week. But yeah, no, basically I finally got accepted into the Sailor Moon Reanimated group thing. And so I got this shot right here. It's exciting. It's fire and blue fire hitting each other. And then a still frame. I'm going to try to actually animate the fire kind of coming together. And I'm going to animate the skirt blowing. Hence why I'm actually drawing some of her anatomy that is hidden underneath everything. And the art style that I'm going for, I am not one of the best animators at all. You need to see more animators. I could be your favorite, but again, I feel like you should also see more animators. The art style I'm going with is kind of one that I've been working with as I develop Aquamarine, the story that I want to tell. Draw the ass faster. The name of my drawing tablet is a Cintiq, Wacom Cintiq. It is a 21UX. It is a very old one, but it's still holding up. We've had to replace some parts here and there with it, but it was really expensive, and I don't really want to, replace it. So I'm not. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do if this thing dies. I mean, I would probably, worst case, I would have to take out a loan to pay for another one, because it's such a huge part of what I do. This a clown animation that I'm really behind on, and really just Yo Mama, this and that, and then I've been working mostly on just doing daily doodles every day, trying to get my art skill up higher and faster and stronger. I want you to draw my persona. Oh wow, I have 137 people in here. Neat. Okay, let's see here. So I haven't really been making a lot of videos, guys. I just been I just haven't been in the mood to make videos. I've been just kind of busy with social life stuff and just getting kind of more healthy. Really has been the main focus this year, and I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of really lame YouTube things going on right now. Like someone messaged me the other day. It was like, "So Stev, what do you think about all this YouTube drama?" And I'm just like, YouTube drama? What YouTube drama? Oh, the stuff on Drama Alert with the PewDiePie, Mukapoodles, and so and so. I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are. The weird thing about news is that if you don't actually follow the people, it's not news. So it's just one of those things where, like, I don't know. I think it's all kind of like getting really silly, and I just don't care as much. Like, I've been putting a lot more effort into other things, and I've been much happier because of it. I only respond to Sim Pizza Pie. Does she have earrings on? She does have earrings. That harlot. Stars. Okay. So what my plan here is to do is animate this character with actual like motion, like looped animation of the wind blowing through this, and then also this character over here too, which I guess is the negative version of her. I don't know. I've never seen this episode. It was in Japanese, so I literally have no clue what is going on. Say chicken if I love my fans. Chicken? Question mark? Dot 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 dot. So good news is, since I have been focusing on the Daily Doodles so much, I am recording the Daily Doodles. I'm going to, instead of releasing a video a day, which would actually be really awesome for view-wise, I just feel like that would be overkill. So I'm going to be releasing a video once a week of me doing the Daily Doodles. And so I recorded the one of me drawing Seuss, Snoop Dogg, Ruby, Sapphire, and the really poorly done sketch of Akamori, yeah, from yesterday. Those have all been recorded. I'm going to get 2 more, and then I'm going to upload those. I'm going to figure out which day is the best day to release those, but yeah, so there will at least be those videos now, because I am dedicating myself to do those Daily Doodles. If I don't have time to do, if I know I'm not going to be able to do it the next day, I usually double up and do 2 of them in one day. And so it's really not really me doing much extra work besides just hitting record. The main reason why I kind of stopped doing art videos for a little bit was it is a little nerve-wracking sometimes. There's a lot of pressure when, like, you know, people are going to be seeing it, even if it's going to be sped up. And I just haven't been, like, as eager to do that, you know? By the way, the music that we are listening to is Ben Briggs' Always Good remixes. What do I use for my animations? I use Flash. I should animate Van So Gaming. I don't know what that is. Where's the toilets at? What are you guys talking about toilets? I'm really confused.
What's the smell? It smells like trash.
Oh, you guys are sweet. It's always whoa. I just like read through this like it's like you really inspired me. Hi, Daddy. Why? What? No. Let's not do that. Let's back away from that statement. Who's my favorite Sailor Scout? My favorite Sailor Scout is Mercury. Every time.
What's the smell? It smells like trash.
Will this video be reported to our lead? What? What leader? What are you guys talking about? What are your thoughts on Steven Universe trailer? The In Too Deep. I'm really stoked about it. I think we're gonna get some cool stuff. I do think it's really weird that they decided that they're gonna market it as like special event, 4 episodes in 4 weeks. We're gonna air it like normal, like we're supposed to. Special event. There's actually no episode of Steven Universe. Besides from that, I like it. I'm excited about it. I mean, like it. I think there'd be a little bit more impact if the fact that that the fusion fight was like hidden more, but we found out about it through the UK sites a long time ago. So, not really anything too like new to this. How long does animation take? Depends on what art style, basically what art style, how much frames, everything else. I've spent anywhere from a day to a week on just 10, 15, 30 seconds. So, yeah, don't go into animation if you think it's quick. Something about this I'm not liking. What's my favorite gem? Probably Rainbow Quartz. If we're talking about singular gems, it would probably be Pearl still. I don't like this pose. And I think it's partially because of the original pose. Makes terrible drawing. Blames 80s cartoon. That's Stev. I'll fix that later. What's my favorite art style drawing? I don't know. I do really like drawing in Steven Universe just because it's really simple and nice, and a lot of my art styles be kind of... Oh, excuse me. My art style is becoming very similar to Steven Universe only because of, like, it's just really well done. In comparison, I've been watching a lot of that awful Powerpuff Girls. Like, I'm not really watching it, but, like, watching people's reactions to it. And I think my favorite thing is the fact that, like, Tumblr's starting to tear it apart. I love it. I just like Tumblr's just like, that's not the right way of doing this. Like they're talking about like, design theory and all this really cool stuff, and it's like, oh Tumblr, when did you get so smart? But I can't. Nah, it's the problem with the new Powerpuff Girls is just like it's so not genuine to what it's supposed to be, and I don't know. It's not good. It's just there's a lot of things going wrong with it, and I know that's like super undescriptive. It's just not good. It's awful. No, like. I just remember like watching it, and like the first thing that always bothers me is the character designs on it, and then it seems like it's repeating a lot of old stuff from the old show did, and not doing it better. It's one of those things where like you hear like the people working on it now being like, yeah, we did all this really cool stuff. We're bringing new development to the characters. And it's like they're not. You go through and you look, and it's literally just the same crap. And I'm not going to do that line. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is... I don't know why I'm doing that voice. I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to flip all of this and then go over this one more time with a nice trace. That way... because I want to finalize that drawing. Flip horizontally. And then I'm probably going to end up looking up references on how to draw like skirts flowing in the wind, because I don't know that by default. back. What are you guys talking about toilets for? I'm really confused. What is this toilet talk? Do I watch Kill la Kill? I need to. I'm actually friends with Sarah M. Williams, and like I know she works on it. Like she's a voice actor for the show, so like I've always been like, I need to actually watch this to support my friends. Kill Bill, Kill Bill. Look at it now. I started that as a toilet. Is there an episode of Sailor Moon in which they fight a toilet? Tell me this is something that happened. Because that sounds like a Power Ranger plot, not a Sailor Moon one. Or wait, it's a Powerpuff Girls thing, isn't it? It's a Powerpuff Girls, they fight a story. I've been animating for close to like 12 years, I think. Like, it doesn't feel like it. I should be a whole lot better. I'm a hack! Pam was not the guy who didn't return the Freddy Fat Finger disc. No, he was not that guy. If he was, he wouldn't have been able to make a podcast about it. Out of curiosity, people in the chat, how many people in the chat are originally people that stumble upon me on their own, or how many people are from the Pizza Party podcast? Oh man, that Homestuck drawing. So apparently, this guy that stayed at my place last night, he apparently is friends with a girl named Lexi, I think, and I guess she did art for Homestuck. And it was one of those things where like he was just telling me about like, yeah, a bunch of people really like her work, and I'm over here just like, you know, not giving a crap, just going over there, you know, doing normal stuff, and people getting mad at him or something. I don't know. That was his story. Someone saw me in public. Man. Okay, so fun fact. So I ran into, I guess you could call them fangirls, recently at Target of all places. Like, I was at Target with two friends who just met me, and out of nowhere, this two girls are like, "Are you Steve Ray Bro?" And I'm like, "I am Stev Ray Bro," and they just got really giddy, and it was a weird experience. And then like. My friend Jess is just like, she's just laughing the entire time because she knows how like I'm just like I'm not. It's really cute and fun that when that happens, but I'm also like kind of off-putted by it too because I don't know how to react to that situation. So I'm just like And Amy is just like, it's like I'm with a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a regular guy that happens to be somewhat popular on YouTube. I say somewhat because, you know, I'm not huge. But it was just really funny and awkward. And yay. Repeat the laugh? What laugh? Oh, the that laugh is not Jess's. That's just my creep laugh. Coincidentally, it's me imitating my dad. So. Bowed down to me. Stev, you stop. What? Dude, if I met you in real life, I'd try to convince you to help me with the animating stuff. By the way, okay, so, top 10 things that you tell someone you're an artist and they always say immediately afterwards. Number 1 through 10. I can't even draw a stick figure. Most common response to finding out that I'm an animator. Like, it's weird, cause that seems like a phrase that, like, you know how like people have to learn how to walk, but everyone knew to blow into like a cartridge to make the game work. I feel like that was a phrase that everyone was built, like, you know, made to say. That's a good star on my part. But why what Stev, I want to draw so bad. I can't draw for crap. Let's see here. I could draw, but I never tried animating. It's about the same thing. Did you like your collaboration with ISL? Yes and no. I mean, like, it was one of those things where I was, like, super busy at the time, so I kind of let her write most of it, and I just kind of responded to what she said. And it was more of a favor for her because she was just growing, and I haven't actually checked up on her to see if she's where she's at in life. So hopefully people are treating her well. Does she have a collar thing? Yes, she does. Harlot. Steve, do you listen to Sleepycast? I have in the past. I don't listen to it like frequently, but actually, I'm kind of excited. I'm going to be meeting Oni and G at Indie PopCon. I think. I'm pretty sure he signed on to be there. Do I watch Mando Pony? I actually don't know who that is. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube. Like, in general, YouTube just hasn't really been a big part of my life most recently. I don't know. Like, though, fun fact, so, my girlfriend, Heather, our first date was actually watching YouTube videos. So I guess that's kind of a lie that it's not been in my life. It's just one of those things where it was just funny because we wound up watching Ninja Sex Party videos. And weird, not weird, I don't want to say that because if she listens, she's gonna be like, weird. What do you mean weird? Do we need to have a talk? No. But you know, like we watched music videos. No, because we watched the trailer to Zardoz. If you guys haven't seen Zardoz, it's Sean Connery in a mankini. I'm like half expecting a text message being like, you know, I'm watching, right? No. I used this song for my demo reel, which got me a job on a Netflix show. Oh, it's a original song by Ben Briggs. Okay, I was like, I don't remember what song this is from. Stev, a friend of mine wants to buy something I drew, but I don't know what to price it. What do I do? Really, I would look at other people that you consider yourself about the same equal size and look at what they're selling it for. If they're a friend of a friend, you know, like if they're like a really close friend, you don't really feel super. I mean, like yeah, it's one of those things where like I still have problems charging people for my stuff. I don't really have like a set advice besides like look around and see what people around you that are similar skill set and see what they're charging and just kind of like, you know, base yourself around that. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. If you want a pro tip on like how to use Flash the most proficient way possible, try only drawing one direction. Like not the band. That's a terrible joke, Steven. Who let me? Who let this guy on here? Like sometimes I'll be trying to draw like too many directions and it usually messes up and does this weird stuff to it. But if you only go one direction and make the line simple, they tend to stay clean. Aw, you watched it more than once. That's awesome. By the way, Heather Majors is my girlfriend. The one in the chat. Who apparently is throwing tomatoes. I'm in lesbians with her. Stev-tastic? What? How does budget affect animation quality, even though you have every material ready? One material you're not considering is time. For example, if someone's like, all right, we can pay you $200 to do this thing, you have to be like, all right, what is $200 of your time, and how can you make that affordable? For example, if that's the only project you're doing that month, or like, you know, like you can't, if that project's so big and you have to spend a month on it, $200 is not a month's worth of pay. You can't pay rent. You can't, you could buy like groceries with that money. So you have to like take that into consideration. So, it's really not so much that it's not so much that like in the past it would be the cost of supplies, but with digital you already have them all. But you also have to factor in that like, well, you know, part of that pay is going to be paying for the software itself or paying you back from the software, things like that. How do I develop my art style? I drew every art style ever and just kind of kept using what's stuck. I forgot how much I fucking love Ben Briggs' music. Oh boy. Do I like Homestuck? I have never actually read Homestuck, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion of Homestuck. I don't know what panties look like. They just look like that. No, that doesn't look right. This line looks right. I don't know how to do the other one. I'll have to... I guess I'll just have to do research on panties. Google search. I assume the Sailor Scouts wear panties. Is that a safe bet? Is that like... There is a shocking amount of kids' cartoons in which they have panties on. And this is even like Japanese. Like... Arthur had panty shots? What the... Oh, well, good. I'm glad that the Magic School Bus had them. Thank goodness kids are getting their sexual education. Ninja Turtles didn't, but man, did Ninja Turtles love groping scenes. Okay. Do I want pink hair? I have purplish pink hair right now. Some would say it's available. What, would you rather no panties? I mean, I'm trying to be tasteful here, so I was willing to add panties to the shot to, you know, make it seem less creepy. But I'm just gonna, no. See, that doesn't feel right. Neither does that. I guess it's gonna be something like this. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Just take out the painting line completely. She's just gonna go commando, because I don't know how to draw panty lines. Panty line 101. Alright, class, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw panties. Pretty lacy panties. The time spent on the butt. Sorry, guys. It's just an important quality. Most important thing in this whole shot is the butt that's not even going to be seen. The shot is less than 100 frames, by the way. Like, I think it's roughly 2 seconds. No, wait, I am dumb. 24 frames per second, so that would be like 5 seconds long. Most of it's fire. I'm confident that I could get most of Mars done and the other girl, but like as far as the effects go, I don't know how, like, 'cause that's super experimental for me. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do that section. Not that anyone asked how long I think I'm gonna do this. Just wanted to say this. This girl is on fire. Just try to pronounce my name. Nyan Alpaca Jesus Zero. You tricked me into saying Jesus on this stream. How many frames per second is real life? Infinite. The software is Flash. Stop the bad puns not being seen. What? Sad for puns? Or did you mean buns? I want life to be translated here. What? Okay, you guys are being weird. My life is 5 frames per second. Knock, knock, here's the door, religion. No! No religion! No, puntastic for... Fantastic treasure hunt! What's that from? Someone that's most likely in my age group. It's fantastic treasure hunt. Sailor Mooning. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Sailor Mooning. That's great. Good job, Neon Applica Jesus Zero person. Alpaca. Alpaca and what? Heat. I'm really bad at jokes, guys. Sans go back to bed, Papyrus. What? You guys are so weird. I'm actually liking how this drawing's coming out. That's new. Okay. This drawing isn't entirely crap. Oh, so part of the reason why I haven't released the top 10 Pokemon that I like personally is because, one, I'm still writing the script. Two, I want to make an animated version of myself that like plays whenever I can't show footage or something, and it's just taking a while to make that rig. On a scale of nothing wrong, what did Hitler do? What are you people? Who are you?
Ah, yes, cleanup, the best. The best thing in the world is cleanup.
So much fun. Just going through and making sure all the lines are good and not poopy. You know, listening to this, I really hope this is yeah, okay, I think this is royalty-free music. part of me is like, I really hope this isn't like some remix of something that is popular, and I'm gonna get like copyright claimed and such. Because like I'm no longer part of Frederator. I'm like my own man. I don't do YouTube networks anymore because they're obsolete and unnecessary. But at the exact same time, I also kind of miss that protection. Paps, are you in the chat? I don't really hate Frederator. I just wanted out of it. Be honest, like I just haven't. When I first joined Frederator, I did a lot of like community management stuff, helping out as much as possible. And at that time, I got a lot of like fringe benefits from it. But I noticed that when I had to scale back a little bit, a lot of the help that I wanted, I wasn't getting. One big one was like when I did my YouTube Red animated video, I was really banking on them to support me by sharing that video everywhere because, you know, it released the same day. It just needed a little bit of a push, and it got shafted. In my opinion, they didn't fulfill to their end of the deal of, you know, making sure that I get promoted. And then they didn't ask me back to do the Steven Universe 107 more facts. They just kind of did it on themselves. And it was one of those things where it's just like, oh, all right, well, I took those two things to heart and moved on. I was just like, you know what? You guys are taking, you know, a percentage out of my ad revenue, and you're not really doing anything for me. So let's just let's move on from that. And I get 100% of my stuff, and it's not like I'm posting shit anyways. I'm such a bad YouTuber. What advice on what? If you're already really good and you're already doing those things, then I don't know what advice I could give you. To be found, just use hashtags. Don't be scared to use things that are trending. The sad thing is, people are going to always be more interested in something they're already established in because they're already familiar with it. So have you ever noticed a lot of, you know, like, Let's Play became really easy because you're baking on games that people already care about. For parody animations, they always do better because people are already established with stuff, you know? It's much easier for people to get invested in something they've already watched on TV than original concept. So if it seems like it sucks that I'm always doing, like, parody work or, like, fan art, it's mostly because that's what people want right now. I am working on my own original ideas, but I waited until after I got an actual established, you know, fan base before I started working on anything original, because I wanted it to be successful. I wanted to make sure, I wanted to tip the cards in my favor. Bum, bum. So I've been trying to eat more healthy lately. Like I've been eating more like fiber and trying to make sure I don't eat as much processed food. And like, I don't know if it's my metabolism jump starting or what, but like I am hungry so much more now. Like I just ate before the live stream and I'm already like, I could eat again. I would say Let's Plays are easier to be described as the reality television of YouTube. It's something that's really easy to produce, so everyone got one. And there's some really good ones, and there's some ones that are really popular that probably shouldn't be. But at the end of the day, they're quick to make, and they make a lot of money because of how quick they are. The profits to work ratio is really in the Let's Player category. So if you ever notice that a lot of people are making Let's Plays, it's mostly because of that reason. And it does seem a little ingenuine nowadays, because it's like, well, I could make the content I was making, or I could make Let's Plays. With that being said, I do have a couple of Let's Plays I never uploaded because of the integrity issues with myself. Like, I recorded them, they're really funny, but at the exact same time, I also didn't want to, like, just seem like I was cash grabbing. I wanted to try it out. And there probably a little bit of me at the time was, like, really squeezed for cash. So, like, me and my friend Jake played the Beast Wars PlayStation 1 video game. And my friend Jake is hilarious. Like, one of the funniest guys I know. And there's just a point where, like, he just, like, randomly goes, like, he's a Dinobot, he transforms into the Raptor, he goes, I'm a clever girl. And I'm like, Jake, you would be so funny if you actually liked, you know, people. Who is my favorite artist or animator? Shit, I'm always on the spot with that one. There's a lot of people I follow, and I don't want to, like, generically say, you know, like, Rebecca Sugar, got Steven Universe. Let's see here. I really, and then, like, I always want to, like, say, like, my friends, like, Jill Toyd, I'm a really big fan of them. I like their art style and way they go about things. Shit. Get back with me. That's a really tough question. Did I just Uncle Grandpa you? What do you call it? I don't want to answer that question at all. What's my favorite watch withdrawal to have done, and what's your favorite result? You know, honestly, the very first watch withdrawal I did with Betty Boop and Felix the Cat, I really liked how that came out and just working on it. Because I was learning so much on how I was going to do things. Okay. But see, with the earring here, I feel like it's going to be the easiest to animate because it's just going to be like... Button. and just kind of loop this back and forth. How has the Netflix animation gone? I was excited when I heard about it. Honestly, I worked on it for like a couple of months and then wound up quitting, mostly because the amount of work put into it and how little pay it was just did not add up. There was like okay, so with that project, I was paid $35 an hour or $35 a second of animation. That's like per animation done. So if you look at this, I haven't even finished a single frame of this yet, and we've been working on this for so long. And then on top of that, that was Canadian money, so meaning it was essentially worthless. That was fun to realize. And there was one shot that took me a week to animate, and I was like, well, I just made $35 in a week. Yeah, time to move on. And so that's kind of what happened with that. It sucks, but if I was living in Canada, it'd be a lot better, I think. I'm really bad at rhythm. You know, it might be cool. I might just do most of it. Dry banana chips are pretty good. That sounds amazing. How much do I love alpacas? I guess I enjoy them. Out of 10. Star out of 10. Why are people yelling at each other in my chat? How often do I do these live streams? I don't know. I gotta check with someone first about that one. I wouldn't mind doing them like at least once a week. I know that I got a couple of projects that I need to get done, so you might be seeing me live stream a little bit more, just because it's kind of fun to hang out and answer questions while I do it. It just really depends on like how hush hush the project is. They're really nice to listen to while drawing, like you guys drawing. That's totally fair. I have been meaning to start up the podcast again, the in-between podcast. I'm debating on just kind of, in the meantime, did you guys like Tristan? Do you guys remember Tristan from the Rayquaza podcast?
I might bring him back on board just because having a guest will help me keep the thing going versus the big reason why I stopped what happened was I had a guest lined up and they canceled, and then it was one of those things where like I just kind of waited for them, and the big thing was I just didn't have a guest and I didn't want to do a podcast all by myself, you know. So. Yeah, no, that's too much. I think my drawings are fine. I think I just need to like rearrange them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. What's Mr. Amazing even saying? Jaden Collins, that's awesome. Just make sure that the college that you're going to is one that is worth the money that you're spending on it. Don't just go for the sake of going. Make sure you do your research on it. I'm really proud of you for wanting to pursue your career, though. That's awesome. I just don't want to be the reason why you're in huge student debt. Okay, I don't like. That's all I think of when I think of college. I just think of student debt. That's ironic because I teach at a college. I've already answered the alpaca question, and I'm starting to get sick of alpacas now. Time to do in-betweens. I answered a lot of questions, actually.
All of the questions.
You know, honestly, because that original frame was a like moved over frame, anyways, I could just take out the color and move it. Can you recommend some ways to actually get criticism of your art? Recognize people that you trust, first of all, because not all criticism equals good criticism. For example, someone that's very like say someone's kind of a jerk to you or something, they're not going to give you really good, criticism. But make sure the person that you are asking, you have a lot of faith and trust in them, because that means all the difference. There's different sites. Ooh, Splatoon. I mean, there's Reddits, things like that you could post on. I haven't done critiques in a while, as far as asking for people for my stuff. And that's really bad. Usually schools, peers, things like that. You could always not be scared to send it to someone that you respect and care about their opinion. I say that and then I get thousands of them. No, I can't do all of them. I do try to do as many critiques as possible that people send me stuff. Honestly, guys, if it's I don't know a lot of YouTubers, especially newer ones. I just don't really pay attention to them at all. Honestly, I don't like how this came out. But no, it's smooth, but it's crap. I think it needs a flip or something. Do I have any favorite bands or songs? Honestly, I mean, like, I really like Ninja Sex Party, which I know it's super, like, it's cool, but also lame that, like, that's my favorite band. I used to really like Bowling for Soup when I was in high school. But I don't really have, like, any that, like, pop up my mind right now. You know, one of my favorite songs for a while there was Kids by Management, I think is what they're called. EMG, what? I used to like listen to that song daily. Honestly, I would want to have you as a friend, Stev. It's kind of weird to make friends with someone who you're a fan of. You know, it's really shocking, but, like, sometimes it can be kind of, like, off-putting because, like, fans know so much about you, and it's so, like, there's no even playing field with it. So, like, you know, you run to someone, it's like, I know everything about you've ever said on the internet, and then it's like, I just met you. That's, you know, it's difficult to, you know, like, if you ever like wonder why like people always talk about how they like off-putted stories with like fans, it's usually because of that reason. It's because it's hard to be a person when they. I mean, like the worst thing in the world is like every time I get on here, I'm chancing a chance that I'm making a chance that I might like piss off someone or say something wrong, and I ruin that image in their head of why for some reason they think I'm cool, you know. How much time in advance do I know about before a podcast? So like the the Pizza Party podcast. Usually, what happens is no one goes, "Hey, are you still gonna record?" And I'm just like, "Oh, today's the day." Shit, I am downtown. I will be there in like 30 minutes. That's usually how that one goes. Because I mean whoop. That's how that's happened. Or a couple of times I'll be like, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm at a con or something. I haven't saved this yet. Let's... Hey man, I want to meet you and Andrew Hussey. Is Andrew Hussey the Homestuck guy? Am I ever coming to New York? I wouldn't mind New York. That'd be cool. I don't I barely have money enough to like fix my truck, let alone like go traveling to cool places. However, I am going to LA again because the Yomama cruise like invited me to some mansion party thing again. This program is Flash. Yeah, that works. I think I got what I wanted out of this now.
Is Animato easy? No, not really. There's a lot of things you have to like factor into it. It's like drawing, but only you have time and space. I wouldn't say it's easy. I say it's. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say it's super hard either. I would say the biggest thing about it is that it's just time consuming. Like, we're an hour and a half into this, and I have not even finished the earring. Which, you know, the earring's the most important part of this animation. As you can see, they didn't even bother animating it before. Booty, 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 booty. Someone really asked how much puss do I pull in a monthly basis? I get one. The girl that I'm dating. Alright, so let's start coloring some stuff. How long have I been animating this, or how long have I been animating in general? Emily Palma asks, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Because that's apparently what I think she sounds like. What is your favorite ice cream? I actually really like... I'm really weird. I hate the taste of coffee, but I love the taste of coffee flavored anything that's not coffee. So I think it's like mocha coffee ice cream is really, really good to me. Okay, so pitch. So what's your favorite ice cream? This is Emily. Hi guys. How hard is handling all this stuff that you have to do on a daily basis? It's actually really difficult. I just kind of like started. I don't know. I've kind of picked my battles here and there. It's one of those things. I've tried to limit as much what I do as much as possible, so that because like before it was really easy when I didn't have a social life. And then I decided that it's really unhealthy for me not to have a social life. So I was like, all right. So I've kind of like, let a few things go, but I'm okay with it. Like, I mean, it's part of the reason why there's not been as many, YouTube videos by me. It's just because, well, it's not as much of a priority because it wasn't bringing me happiness and it wasn't really like
paying the bills either. So I found happiness. All right. Oh, there's a couple of questions here. First off, what is the thing that I've done that's the most important? I mean, technically, I animated a Avicii music video with Yo Mama. That was on a Vivo channel, but also I've animated something for Netflix. So it's really what you personally decide on what is success and what isn't. Someone else asked, what is Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon is a really weird Japanese cartoon. Where do you find happiness? For me, I find happiness through other people. That's just my personality type. I tend to do a lot to try to make other people happy, and that somehow filters into my happiness through compersion. But honestly, it's just really being true to yourself. The big thing about me is that, like, while I don't want to go into too much personal details, I've embraced a part of me that I've been kind of, like, hiding away for a long time. And it's led me to new friends, new community, and overall, newfound happiness. So, really, just letting yourself be you. If there was any place you could go, anywhere would I go? You know, for a while there, I really wanted to go to Atlanta, Georgia. No real reason. I just really wanted to go. You know, I don't really have a set place, to be honest. I know it's really lame, but I really had to think about that. That's it. I could go anywhere I want. What's my favorite video game weapon? Probably just swords. I'm really lame. Who's my favorite villain? Probably, you know, I really hate to say Jafar, but maybe Jafar. You know, without her hair, this character totally looks like Ancient Honeydew from Dexter's Lab. This song's awesome. How many YouTubers do I know? Probably like 12, 20 of them. I mean, people that are on my Skype list that you guys may care about. I know Gerard the Completionist, Joltoid, Trailer Drake. I don't know. There's people. You guys are weird. Am I drawing hentai? No, I'm animating the rest of the stuff. I just wanted to draw the things on top first, or the things on bottom, so that it's easier for, I don't know, that way if anything like overlaps, it's all there, you know? Do I read any webcomics? I don't actually get enough. I really don't get enough webcomics per se. But however, I did recently read through Lucky Penny. I like blindly paid into the Kickstarter without really like checking it out or anything. And you know, I just like, you know, I got enough people in here that I trust with their judgment. They said it's good, so all right, cool. And then I got it, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm really happy with that investment. Wait, is this the? Yeah, this is actually a sequel to it. So like, I got like a 5-second animation of fire, and a still frame. So like, part of me is like, all right, they give you the shots based off your skills, and I'm like, do they think I'm bad? Like, is this one of those things where like they trusted me with fire, or is it like? They just gave me a still shot because they're worried that I won't be able to do it or something. So. Though the one thing I don't like about this new Go Animate, this new thing is that like they're doing it in the Japanese version only. So all the clips are going to be in Japanese. And I like the English version better. Like, I know this, like, purists are going to kill me, but, like, Sailor Moon will always be Serenity to me. I think her name's Serenity in the English version. But, like, I just prefer the English dub. It's all nostalgia. I'm fully aware, but... So like when they're like, hey, let's do the Japanese version, I'm just like, no, I don't have any attachment to the Japanese Sailor Moon. Do I like Scooby-Doo as a series? I like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I like Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Do I like Scooby-Doo Be Cool or whatever the current incarnation is? No, not really. I mean, it's not as bad as I was interpreting it. I mean, like, we've gotten a lot worse since then. For example, Powerpuff Girls. Did I really collaborate with the others? Yeah, I was the first animator brought on board to Big Bad Boss's first music video. I was also the last one on the project too. More or less, what happened was I was asked after my shots were done, which I wound up doing in a weekend. I was really behind on that project, which seems to be a reoccurring thing in my life. But like one thing that I'm really good at is compositing afterwards, making the shots look a little bit nicer. So what happened was I wound up doing a lot of the other shots, particularly by the way, Top Spin the Fuzzy is the one that did 90% of the animation on that project. That guy is a trooper. He just kind of like jumped on. He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And it's like, "You crazy son of a bitch, you!" And I wound up going through and like adding post effects onto all of his stuff, and like actually, Gerard owes me money for that video. I still haven't got paid half of that. Whoops. No, wait. No, he paid me for that video. He hasn't paid me for his personal channel yet. Okay, so... You know what's great is this is the reference I'm using. It's the only reference I can find. So Johnny Bravo, thank you. Thank you, Johnny Bravo. Would I animate for Cartoon Network? Potentially. Sure, why not? I don't see why I wouldn't. The hard part is I don't necessarily want to move to LA. It's just not my lifestyle. You know, I'm pretty humble and easy to get along with. I really like animating for the web, to be honest, because I get to stay where I'm at, low property costs, high student loan, you know, whatever. But like, yeah, I mean, like, if Cartoon Network's like, hey, you want to animate this thing, and then they're like, you know, but you could animate it from home, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do that. All right, so I really don't know how to do looped animations. Like those are some of my weakest things I do. So imagine this being awful. Yeah. What's one TV show that I think deserves a reboot? I really wanted a Beast Wars reboot, but that's just because I'm a fanatic. One TV show that I would really like to see come back would be Darkwing Duck, for sure. I think that was such a good show. And then, you know, seeing that not necessarily Darkwing Duck, but DuckTales is coming back. You know, it seems like it could be a possibility. Probably not, but. What do I think of Yellow Diamond? I think she has a really long neck.
They'll get just a little bit of butt. You'll just get like just this little glimpse right here because it doesn't really show the butt at all, except for that one frame. Oh yeah! Was that? Did I just turn into Pan? I've actually watched a couple of episodes from the new Powerpuff Girls. The problem with the new Powerpuff Girls is not so much that it like. I have a lot of problems with it visually, and then I also have a lot of problems with I don't know. I think it's a mess, to be honest. The actual show itself, it talks about how like it's focusing, or the creators are talking about like, well, we're trying to focus on developing the girls and giving them more personalities, but they actually feel less like as characters. They feel less. They like Buttercup and Bubbles. I don't know. They feel like the same. Like they all seem like the same character now versus before. They were one note, sure, but they had different character development moments. But for the most part, at least you could tell them apart, personality wise. And then there's a lot of like old stuff, like Mojo Jojo not actually having some of his major character quirks. And I don't know how much of it is like them trying to reimagine it or them just not caring nearly as much. I feel like they took character traits and just kind of like moved on. That was it. You know, like, all right, we did it. We put the characters in. Let's make up our new ones. Which, by the way, why is Man-Boy called Man-Boy? Why isn't it named just Man-Child? Man-Child would have been so much more. That was what the original show would have done. Because it would have felt more like an attack on, you know, adult, like if Man-Child was talking, like, you know, a guy that's upset about things changing that he's used to, that would have been great, versus just, I'm a man, I have a deep voice, you know, like, no, it's lame, that's not interesting, that's not Powerpuff Girls. But if it was like, Man-Child, I'm a, you know, and then like him going through and like, stealing all the kids' Pokemon cards, like things like that, that would have felt more like the original Powerpuff Girls. But I am Man-Child. I don't know how to do voices. I get a Krang from the original, like, 80s Ninja Turtles, but that's about it. Bot Shredder! Bot Bebop! Rocksteady! I almost made another Stev Plays with Toys video, because I bought the new Krang from the new Ninja Turtle movie, because he looks really beefy, and I think that's hilarious. I've never actually played World of Warcraft. I'm a really bad nerd. I didn't play any MMOs. I didn't, like, I don't know. I'm a really bad nerd. Let's just say that. Hey, Stev, have you heard about Open Tunes, the animation software? I have heard about it. I just haven't yet. I just haven't actually opened it up yet. I've been meaning to like give myself some time and just like mess around with it. Stev, have you seen the teaser for the FNF sister location? I don't know what that is. Steve, can I hug you? Yeah, I always give hugs to people. I'm down with the hugs. Never. I didn't play any MMOs. Let's see here. How do you do ad revenue? Not exactly amount, but is pay okay? Pay. I want to start being a YouTuber. How much do you make?
I don't really make that much off YouTube. In fact, most of the time, like right now, I make okay on YouTube. Like I've never, there was 1 month where I made like close to $4,000 off of Finance of Freddy's videos. But like aside from that, I haven't really like made a lot. Usually, on average, I make about $200 to $300 off YouTube. And that's it. And like, you know, some of you guys might be like, that's a lot of money. For me, it's like, that's groceries.
Do I do prints?
I sell prints at conventions that I'm locally at, but I haven't really like done prints like online. I do have a secret spread shirt. If you could find that, you could buy a shirt with me in a dress. It's like me running in a schoolgirl outfit, or you could buy like a shirt with my face on it that I wear at conventions. I mostly have that spread shirt up just so I can buy shirts to wear at conventions. And I have made a couple of sales, so some people have found it.
The song is OC Remix, Kirby Superstar, Don't Hold My Breath, Candy Mountain by Ben Briggs. The other question, how did I meet Pan? Honestly, I randomly added him on Skype, and then a little bit later he goes, "Hey, I heard you want to be on the podcast," and then I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right," and then later on, after my first appearance on the Pizza Party podcast, Nolan's like, "Hey, you should probably have Stev on more. He actually knows, you know, animation." And then the guy was like, "Okay." And that's basically how I became a regular member. Like I said, it literally had nothing to do with Ken. And I know a lot of people want to make it about Ken, but it's not.
Oh, animation error. It goes too far past the butt. Yolana's so fat I don't read those. What did I do to Ken? Ken just wanted to be off the podcast. He got bored of doing it.
sadly the easy story. There's nothing like super complicated or conspiracy theory about it. He just got bored with it. Do I like any widely hated TV shows? I like Ben 10 Omniverse. I know a lot of people don't like that one. I legitly... It's not a TV show, but I legitly enjoy Cat in the Hat. The movie Cat in the Hat with Michael Myers in it. I think it's funny. I really enjoy it a lot, and I know so many people hate that movie, and I'm just like, how can you hate it? It's so good. It's so funny. Dirty Ho. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it. I have not watched the new Jungle Book. I have no interest in the new Jungle Book. It looks awful. I don't think... I just, like, you know... Maybe I'm just being, like, different because I'm older now, but, like, before, I was totally okay with, like, Dr. Dolittle. That worked for me, but that wasn't really, like, animals acting out and being humanoid. With the Jungle Book, they're obviously supposed to be personified animals, and... versus animals that can just talk. And I don't know, I find that more creepy and uncanny, and I'm just not a fan. So, the chance of me seeing Jungle Book is pretty low. Let's see here. How's my day? My day's been alright. It's been alright. Started watching the TV show because of me. Thank you. Community is awesome. Community is love. Community is watch. Life. Do I watch anime or anime? Wait. Do I watch anime? Not as much as I would like to. I do have Panty and Stocking next to me right now on Blu-ray. Do I watch anime? No, I animated it, so of course I don't. Would I vote for Donald Trump? No. I'm more of a Bernie Sanders type of guy, personally. Hey, Stev, do you just add people to your Skype contacts? I don't add people on Skype. There's a thing where, like, if you try to add me, if you figure out what my Skype username is and you try to add me without, like, getting permission, I usually just block you. Because Skype's, like, Skype's my, like, I don't know, it's more for friends than anything. It's more personal. Like, I allow people to add, you know, like, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. I'm totally open for people there. But, like, Skype's just kind of one of those, like, you know, that's going to be personal. I want to space away from, you know, people who watch my channel. Just because, you know, there needs to be places for me to decompress. I have not actually seen the Ladybug cartoon yet. I want to. My notes from what I have seen, like, essentially just, like, snippets, is it seems like a reverse Spider-Man. If you remember from the Spider-Man 90s cartoon where there was Spider-Man and then Black Cat, it seems like gender-swapped versions of that. I'm sure it's a lot better than what I'm saying there, but that's what I think of whenever I see it.
I've not seen Zootopia yet. To be honest, Heather saw it with one of her kids, so that was one of those things where it's like, well, poop. That was the person I wanted to see it with, and I just haven't. In fact, I might see it tomorrow. I know my friend Vance wants me to see it with him, so. I don't think I could find Zootopia through a dollar theater or something. Yeah. I have not seen Kill la Kill yet. Alright, so I still need to I still need to add details to the skirt. Add the bow up front, add the little handkerchief thingy, and then also add the hair. I probably should do the hair first out of everything, just to make sure that I'm not doing unnecessary detail onto the body. But, we'll see. What do you guys? You guys keep asking the same questions. Have I watched My Little Pony? I watched the original ones from like the 80s a long time ago. I remember seeing at least the outros to them. as far as watching the new show, I like the two-parters, but as far as that, I don't think the characters are super. I know this is gonna be blasphemous, but I don't think the new characters are all that great. They're all super one-note, and I just don't find them super appealing. So I'm sorry for the My Little Pony fans, but yeah, I like the zebra. The zebra's cool. Staring at butts for 15 minutes. That's the quality entertainment that you guys come to expect from this channel. No, I was gonna do a or butt shine, but I don't think that's gonna work out. So something I came out to find out through the YouTube channel about my sexuality is that I'm a butts guy. I really do like butts more than I like boobs. Because I realize I draw butts more than anything. And that's because of you guys. You guys are the ones that made me realize that. To be honest, it looked better without that. Yeah, it just looks better without the on this hand, so if you heard me fapping, you'd be hearing. No, I do not do. Well, I do traditional art. I do it all the time on Twitter. I just don't do it very often because as a professional because it's one of those things where it takes a lot longer. It costs money. It's not like a super like proficient way of doing things. I wonder if I'm gonna get like notes being like, "Can you put underwear on the character?" No. I really like how this leg looks with the skirt like that. That's really cool. Yeah. Good job, Stev. You know, fucking praising yourself. No problem. Sweetie, swooty, coming from that booty. Welcome to the stream chat, Sarah. You come to stay with me again. What? Alright, so let's hope this comes out good. Just not 100% sure how this is going to come out. Took me a moment to realize this is Zelda. It's awesome. Okay, that works enough. I do want to tweak around some of that stuff, but first let's get rid of all the pencil lines. It's all the music you've been listening to has been Ben Briggs. I'll probably come back to the skirt later. I know the stream's tired of looking at her butt. Okay. Do I read manga? I mostly only read One Piece at this point. I used to read Fairy Tail, but it got kind of bad, so I stopped caring. It's really the only two things that I read, manga-wise. I forgot that I did this on 4 layers. Why did I do this? Wait, I animated anime at one point, yeah. Anime was my first animation gig, to be honest. I learned how to animate by being paid to work on anime. You know, guys, I'm getting a little, like, if you notice I haven't been speaking as much, it's probably because I'm getting a little exhausted. I'm getting tired. You know, I've been live streaming for the last hour, 2 hours and a half. Let's see where we're at, and maybe I might wrap up soon. Yeah, I might come back. I might come back and live stream a little bit. I'm gonna go fix myself another taco and kind of decompress for a little bit. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching me work. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be back soon. Okay, so have a great day, guys.